Hi there, good evening, and welcome to your Yin practice, your listening in yoga practice. If you're new to Yin Yoga, it's it's not that fancy. We're not doing much. We're playing around just with a couple of poses and we're doing our best to relax. So I think that we will start directly with the first yoga pose, and it's called a butterfly. So the soles of your feet, they will come together and your knees go gently apart. Now, you can have your feet closer to you if you want to work more on the hip opening, or you can find a little bit of space here and you can relax more your lower back. I think that that's the way I'm going to do it today. And without using any technique, you just slowly melt forward. You can use something to support your knees if that's too much. If you feel that you want to stay upright, you do so. Or if you need a little more of a stretch here, if you don't feel that much, you can always use a block or two to get your feet higher. So several options for you to choose from. Take your journey and slowly fold forward. And stop somewhere where you can feel that something is bringing sensations in your body. Maybe something feels in your lower back, in your upper back, maybe the inside of your thighs, your hips. Be aware of those sensations, but don't let them take over. Don't let them be so intense that you need to force yourself to stay here. We're not doing that in Yin. We are finding a sustainable edge, a sustainable position for our body. And it's actually not that easy. At least I don't think it was easy for me in the beginning. It's a fine line there between trying too hard, finding too much sensation, and not trying at all. So not feeling that much. You are welcome to hug a bolster here if you have one, or just rest your forehead here on something that can sustain you. This is our first pose together, so we are going to be here for a couple of minutes. If you come directly from your workplace, if you had a busy Monday, it's easy that the mind is still on. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's what the mind does. Let's see what we can explore with this practice. So take a breath in, hold it for a bit, take a breath out and release the day. Release the shoulders, the neck, the tension
accumulated maybe in your neck, your face muscles. Just melt slowly. See where you want to have your hands. If you want to have the palms of your hands facing upward or maybe facing the mat. And breathe gently through your nose. Taking time here to settle. Maybe the sensations already are more intense than in the beginning. This is a part of our Yin practice, allowing time to intensify the sensations and breathing, keeping a steady rhythm for our breath. And just observe how you sink a little bit closer. Maybe your eyes are closed and you're just feeling in your breath, your body. Maybe feel the tension slowly releasing. And just take 5 more rounds of breath here. Maybe filling up your lungs. Observe how your chest gets bigger, back body gets bigger. Releasing on the exhalation. One long last breath here. And easily, slowly come up here. Help your knees together. Take a couple of movements just to come back, to rinse, to recalibrate. The next pose will be melting heart. It's like a puppy pose. So if you know where you're going, go right ahead. Otherwise, take some time to get there. So from tabletop, if you find space on your mat, use something under your knees if you feel that it's necessary. Let the arms go wider and let your chest slowly come closer to the mat. Now, you might feel some tension already here. Be careful with your shoulders. You can use a bolster right under your chest. And you can have the forehead lying on your mat or maybe your chin. Choose that option that it suits your body. We're going to be here for just 3 minutes, but it can get really intense. So if you need to back off a little, do that. Don't stay here and suffer. We're not looking for any acute pain. Yes, we want to stretch the front of the body, armpits, opening gently the thoracic spine, but we're not looking to hurt ourselves. So release your neck. I'll just keep it a little bit up so you can hear me well. But close your eyes so you can internalize your sensations. Don't worry, I will keep the time here, so focus on your breathing. Let it guide you. And let your heart melt. After all, that's the name of the pose. Melting heart. Let it come closer and closer to the ground. Observe the front of your body. Observe your shoulders. So be aware of all the sensations, of any shifts. And whenever thoughts and feelings, ideas, memories, whenever they arise, see them, be aware of them, and release them. Try to resist the urge to follow them further. Just 2 more rounds of breath here. Big inhalation. I've said this before, but you can sigh it out the mouth whenever you need. So long exhalation, inviting the parasympathetic nervous system to activate. And when you're ready, gently, super slowly come out of this pose. You may feel the need to come to child's pose, just to round your spine for a little bit. Do that. You can have your arms along your body. You can do any other type of movement, but let it go slow. No need to rush here. Keep your awareness on the breath. And when you're ready, come back to a tabletop. Again, using something under your knees if you need that. For thread the needle. So take your left arm under your right and slowly come all the way down. So let the left shoulder touch the mat. It can also touch a pillow or some block if it doesn't come all the way down. That's completely fine. Rest your head gently and see what you want to do with your right arm. You might enjoy have that extended or maybe wrap it around. Take a moment here just to find your place. And this might not feel super comfortable. If you have your right arm extended, try to have it a little bit relaxed. So you're searching for that sensation, but you don't want that to take over. So you can't focus on your breathing or on anything else. We're gonna stay here for 2 more minutes. The invitation again is to close your eyes. If that helps you focus even more on just yourself right now. Let the breath run freely in and out of you. And maybe ask yourself, what am I observing right now in my body? Where do I feel some intense sensations? And what do I feel? Maybe observing your left shoulder, your right shoulder, back side of your body. Observe a space where you can release just a little bit. If you're holding on to some lingering tension from the day, slowly release. Three rounds of breath. Slowly come up to a tabletop. Take one round of breath here before you change side. I'm gonna turn around so you can still see me. But take your right arm under your left. Again, use a pillow under your shoulder. Decide where you want to have your left arm, maybe extended, or maybe wrap it around you. Your gaze can be soft. Maybe you have a friend nearby, a pet. My cat always comes when I practice Yin Yoga. So we're gonna have a cuddle here. But do your best to find stillness. Breathing and observing your body outside of your right shoulder. Releasing tension from your neck. And gently breathing. Take longer exhalations. And stay for around 1 more minute here. So this is like 5, 6 rounds of the deep breathing. Maybe once again ask yourself, what am I feeling? Where does this feel in my body? And is it something that I can be with? One last breath here. Slowly find your way to a tabletop. And for the last 3 poses, we are going to find our way onto the mat. So, eye of the needle is the next pose. So it's like a figure 4, where your right leg, your right ankle, it's over your left knee. So your legs actually look like a figure 4. And you can be here. Maybe you need left sole of the foot on the mat. Maybe you need to bring it closer to you to wake up some sensations here. You can even reach for the back of your left thigh or the front lower leg, so your shin. Once again, take a moment to choose your option and let it be sustainable, so you're not going for that 100% sensation. You find a place where you let time intensify that with awareness and with breathing. And when you found your sweet spot where that fine balance between trying too hard and not trying at all, when you found that, close your eyes and stay there for 2 more minutes. And observe here if the tendency of the body is to maybe arch the neck, arch your lower back or your thoracic spine, your rib cage. Observe if the shoulders get tense. Do what you can to release tension. Maybe focusing a little bit more on your right hip, left hip, letting your arms be heavy and letting gravity here work for you. One more breath here. Release and let both of your feet find the mat.
before you switch sides. So left ankle comes up on your right thigh. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe this is enough for now, or choose any of the other options. So you can bring your legs closer to you and reaching for back thigh or your right shin. Observe how this feels. It's probably different than the other side, so let it be different. Close your eyes and just focus on what's there for you. You don't need to look at me. I don't see you guys, but my deepest hope is that you get benefit from this by listening to your body and to your needs. In yoga, how it looks, it's less important. See if you can release a little bit more. Either from your shoulders or from your neck, from your right hip, from the lower back. Observe where this feels most intense for you. One more minute here, so breathe in and out through your nose exactly as you did for the entire session. Be aware of every inhalation, every exhalation. And slowly come out of your pose. Let the feet touch the ground for a moment. And our last pose together, it's actually Shavasana, which you can take in whatever way you feel that feels good right now. A more traditional, in which you extend your legs, extend your arms with palms facing upward. You can keep your knees bent if you experience some lower back issues. You can even find your way to a child's pose. Sometimes it's really nice to stay there, feel the connection with the ground. And close your eyes wherever you are, whatever you choose for yourself. Just letting the body be heavy, releasing any tension. Just take a scan of your body from your toes to your ankles, lower legs, your knees. Observe your thighs, your hips, relaxing the upper body, the abdomen, and your lumbar spine, relaxing your chest and your shoulders, Relaxing your arms, starting with your fingertips, your wrists, forearms, your elbows, and finishing with your neck, your face muscles, relaxing the muscles around your eyes, relaxing your lips, your tongue, the root of your nose, softening your forehead, and letting the head be heavy, letting the entire body just melt slowly. Take one big breath. Let it infuse your entire body, letting your arms come over your head and get as long as you can. Take place. And one deep exhale, releasing any tension, hugging your knees towards your chest, and maybe just rolling here from side to side. Rolling on your right or left side, and in your own time, we will meet in a seated position. If you feel that you don't want to come up from this, you are more than welcome to stay there. But if you did found your place in a seated position, let your hands find your body and let the palms come in front of your chest. Thank yourself for taking just 30 minutes from this busy day, maybe a busy week ahead, that you took this time just for yourself. It's not always easy, but it's so nourishing when we do. So thank you so much for sharing this practice with me, for letting me be a part of it. And I wish you a fantastic week ahead. See you soon.